Guys, let's talk about it. I just read the new Chainsaw Man chapter 131, and a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of stuff we gotta talk about. So leave a like, subscribe me some more content like this, and hit that bell, post it consistently. Let me know down below what you think about the new chapter. But we need to talk about it right now. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. So the chapter starts with what we left off last chapter, where basically Denji and Asa were both riding the chainsaw motorcycle into basically the caterpillar devil, and they basically like go inside, right? And they end up getting swallowed by the caterpillar devil. And then the fallen devil is behind them and says, I did say diners who don't finish their food must die, but the food isn't supposed to be able to run. Denji and Asa immediately get eaten, and the caterpillar devil is just sitting there like trying to digest them. And the fallen devil says, how is the taste of humans stepped in fear? And then we see the caterpillar devil make this weird face, and then he immediately proceeds to throw up Denji and Asa. And the fallen devil just looks at the caterpillar devil with disgust, and she starts to like have like a nervous breakdown, saying like, I made that meal with love, and sees the caterpillar devil like throwing up more, and says, how dare you throw it up? And immediately starts to like say like, literally like shoots like a sky beam out of like the sky to kill the caterpillar devil after the caterpillar devil throws up everything. Which is, this is crazy. Like, I did not expect that at all. I did not expect the caterpillar devil. I expected the caterpillar devil to die this chapter or to get messed up, but I didn't expect him to get killed by the falling devil. I definitely did not expect that. Like, I was expecting like Denji and Asa to be able to stop him, but they weren't able to, and it was actually the fallen devil who did. And it's because the caterpillar devil threw up everything. And so we see the body of the caterpillar devil and stuff like that, and we see Denji and Asa just knocked out on the floor. And then we see the fallen devil start to apologize. She says, I sincerely apologize. I failed to feed Asa Mataka to the diner. And then we see FAMINE respond to her and says, okay, return. And we see that the fallen devil ends up like returning to basically hell. Like, her body starts to disappear and stuff like that. The head falls on the ground, and she drops this thing on the floor. I'm not sure what this is. I don't remember what it was, but I'm assuming this is what FAMINE used to basically summon the falling devil from hell. Because remember, like, you know, the whole cycle with devils, that you can't go to Earth unless you're killed, or you make a contract in a way that you're able to get summoned from hell to Earth, like what Santa Claus did, and what I'm assuming the fallen devil also did, or what FAMINE did to get the falling devil to Earth. And so FAMINE starts to talk and says, how'd you make the devil barf them up? And then she says, control. And we see Nayata is there, like right behind her. And she says, I controlled that devil's brain a teensy bit to make humans taste like literal crap. And we see that the caterpillar devil has a chain in their skull, which, oh my god, we're gonna keep going, and I'm gonna go back and talk about everything. Nayata acts as FAMINE, saying, why are you after Denji and this girl? And remember, she says sis. So I got reminded this from my friend Jennifer. Shout out to Jennifer. She reminded me about how FAMINE, Yoru, the control devil, which was Makima, but now is Nayata, and the death devil are the four horsemen, and they're all like sisters, right? So remember that Makima says a long time ago, I have to look it up again. Now, it was mentioned in chapter 84 that she talked about the four horsemen of the apocalypse, which is the death devil, the war devil, the hunger devil, and her, the control devil. And we've seen the hunger devil, which is FAMINE, we've seen the war devil, which is Yoru, and we've seen the death devil. We haven't seen the death devil yet. That's the only devil we haven't seen. And I'm assuming now that this devil, the death devil, is probably going to be, it's a primal fear. It has to be a primal fear, but I'm assuming that it's probably going to be a female devil, because the one thing so far we noticed about all these four horsemen is that they're all sisters. Like, even Nayata and FAMINE Nayata called FAMINE sister right now in this chapter, but then also FAMINE called Yoru a long time ago in the aquarium arc sister. Well, she called her that sister in that arc, but she also called her sister when Yoru and Asa were fighting Yuko. So they're all like basically like they call each other like the big sisters, right? And so they proceed to continue where FAMINE says, Nostradamus, I always mess up that name, Nostradamus' prophecy is coming true. The ultimate terror will soon descend on this world. If that happens, the age of humans will end, ushering in an age of devils. And then Nayata's like, I like the sound of that. That sounds fun. And then FAMINE says something very interesting. FAMINE says, I don't want it. And Nayata says, why not? And then Famine says, if an age of devil comes, things like pizza and Chinese food will cease to be. And when Nayata hears that, she's actually like, what? Like, I don't want Chinese food or pizza to be gone and stuff like that. And then Famine says, I know, it's the worst scenario imaginable. At this rate, neither I nor you nor Chainsaw Man will be able to stop the prophecy. But the war devil could be made to win. And then Naito proceeds to ask, like, why'd you try to kill her then? And then Famine says, my intention was only to starve war in that devil's belly. I can turn the starve into my pawns. Work with me, Control. With our strength combined, the age of devils may not arrive. So they have said that this new like age of devils that is coming, this like basically this prophecy of Nostradamus is basically gonna usher in a new age of devils, where devils are gonna basically be on top of the world and that nothing can stop them. And the interesting part is that I would think that Famine would want that, but Famine says that she doesn't want that because she'll miss out on things that humans make, like human food, like pizza and Chinese food and stuff like that. And so she actually doesn't want a new age of devils. And she's trying to basically like use Yoru to basically like create that, like basically to stop this prophecy. And she's the only one that can do that because of her ability, I'm assuming. And she wants the Control Devil's help, which is, it's very interesting. This chapter revealed a lot because it's just like, wow, that means that Famine, it technically isn't a bad person. Like, she's trying to basically like stop like this new prophecy from happening and stuff like that. But I'm assuming that her doing that is probably gonna be like her like controlling Yoru in a way, because she says like she even talks about her ability, where her ability is that she could turn the starved into her pawns. So people that are starving or hungry, she could turn it like basically into her soldiers. So I'm assuming that like, because we all know Yoru's ability is that her ability is that she could turn things that she owns into weapons. So technically, if Famine controls Yoru, right? If Famine controls Yoru and she's starved, technically that means that she can control Yoru. She can control her and control her abilities probably. And if that's the case, then maybe she can start like making Yoru build like bonds, or force them to build bonds with people, and then start forcing them to turn them into weapons. That explains why in the aquarium arc, Famine wanted Asa to turn Denji into a weapon so bad, because she knows that like we need more powerful weapons. Well, she knows that Yoru and Asa need to create more powerful weapons so that they can stop this prophecy from happening. That was very, very interesting. We're gonna talk more about that in a little bit, but let's continue the chapter. We're almost done. And so Nayata like responds to basically like Famine asking her, do you want to work together? And then Nayata says no way. And then Famine's like, why not? And because Nayata says like, because I have school. And then basically that's the end of the chapter, where the teacher, it shows like Nayata in class, and it shows the teacher saying like, raise your hand if you know the answer. And then Nayata's like raising her hand saying like, I know the answer, stuff like that. That's basically the end of the chapter. And we don't get another chapter for another 2 weeks, but this is basically the end of the Falling Devil arc. And wow, there's just, whew, I feel like this is a lot. Like I kind of I want to talk more. I'm gonna talk about the whole arc in general after I get like off like this whole thing, right? So this chapter is definitely like very, very surprising. I was very, very surprised about everything they did. You know what's even more surprising? Is that they still have not told us what this devil is. So I'm still gonna call it the Caterpillar Devil until like whatever. So they still haven't told us what the devil's name is. So I'm gonna keep calling it the Caterpillar Devil. But it was very, very interesting that the Falling Devil just basically like killed the Caterpillar Devil out of no reason. But now we know basically what happened. So basically, Famine summoned the Caterpillar Devil and the Falling Devil to work together to basically get Asa and Yoru to basically like capture them, not to kill them or really to eat them. Like the Caterpillar Devil kind of, it was eating them, and that's why like don't throw it up, but she's not really like eating them. Like all like the devil was supposed to do was just like make them like stay in the stomach or whatever and like starve. And so that when Asa and Yoru are starved, and maybe even Chainsaw Man are starved, well technically the plan wasn't gonna work, and I'm gonna explain a little bit more in a little bit. But like basically, Famine's plan was to basically keep Yoru starved inside the stomach of the Caterpillar Devil, and then when Yoru was starved and Asa starved, she can go in there and basically like control Yoru and basically like use them however she wants to basically like make more weapons to basically like prepare herself to stop this prophecy. But I was gonna say earlier, but like the plan wasn't gonna work because they weren't going to be stuck in there, because one, Denji's knocked out right now, but if Denji was like awake inside the Caterpillar stomach, and especially if the Caterpillar Devil's not eating them, he would have just like broken out. He probably would have done the same thing that he did to the Eternity Devil back in part 1. Probably just keep on eating it, regenerating, and like basically like just keep on fighting and fighting and fighting until the Caliper Devil breaks him out. So like either way, the plan wasn't gonna work. The plan would have worked if Yor was by herself, but I don't think the plan was gonna work because of Chainsaw Man. Because definitely like Denji and them would have probably just broken out. But it didn't matter because Nayata basically controlled the Caterpillar Devil to like throw up Denji and Asa and basically like set off the Falling Devil. And it was pretty funny because like when the Falling Devil like started like having her nervous breakdown, you see more and more blood come down her face. Like you see that in the first panel that she only has like one nosebleed, like one, like not even a nosebleed, like a mouth bleed, and then you see like a nosebleed happen, more blood coming out, and then stuff like that, and then like she just like freaking like nukes him, like just like boom, beam of light. Like it reminds me a lot of the Gargantia from Bleach, where it just like comes down like basically like that. And that was crazy. But I liked in the chapter that basically just everything was set up by FAMINE, and basically she's like the main like perpetrator right now, basically trying to like save the world, which is crazy. Like a devil trying to save the world because she likes human things such as like the food and stuff like that. So it's very, very interesting that that's the case. Like that's what she actually like wants to do. It's definitely a lot different from what Makima was kind of trying to do the same thing. Like, so Makima, I want to make a Makima video because I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, I really want to make a Makima video because Makima is just really like kind of like a little complex, and I want to explain everything. But Makima wanted, her goal was to basically like create a world without certain things in it. Like and basically have ultimate control of the world. But like the things she was trying to get rid of didn't make her necessarily evil, but the way that she was able to just kill people and then manipulate people was evil. Like for example, I think she was trying to get rid of a lot of like devils that were like harmful to humans and harmful to people that she just wanted to get rid of. So like she wasn't super evil, but she basically was evil because she wanted to have control of the world, because you determining what you believe is a devil worth living and what's dangerous to humans and what's not dangerous is basically like control over the world. And it's just crazy that like FAMINE and Nayata, which are both the Control Devil and the FAMINE Devil, the Hunger Devil, are basically like trying to not destroy the world or trying not to really like do anything crazy. Like Nayata is like right now just focused, she's a kid, so right now she's just focused on going to school, having fun and stuff like that. But she's also trying to like, she's just also like a little sister. She's basically like just like trying to like, she's trying to go to school, she's trying to study, she's trying to do what she got to do and stuff like that. And she's even like mature enough to like do things like control the devil, help out Denji and stuff like that. And like she does care about Denji and stuff like that. But I kind of went off track a little bit, but it's just so crazy. It's just so crazy, like everything that's happened with this chapter and everything that's just been revealed. I think I talked about everything I want to talk about. Like I talked about the whole FAMINE thing, about how basically FAMINE is like trying to like basically save the world basically. And it's just had me thinking, because I remember she talked about this prophecy of Nostradamus with Hirofumi. I forgot what chapter it was. I think it was before the Fallen Devil arc really like got like way underway. I think it was when they were in that cafe. And I want to talk about this prophecy because I'm thinking about what are like this prophecy, what could it be? Like I'm just like I just don't understand. I just don't understand what this prophecy could be. But I think that's everything I want to talk about for this video. I definitely want to make a video, another video probably talking about what basically this whole arc. If y'all want, I could probably combine all my chapter reviews into one video for people that don't want to like watch individual chapters. Maybe I probably could do that, or like stuff like that. But I'm probably gonna make a video talking about this whole arc, basically like summing it up, not even summing it up, but just basically like talking about it, just talking about how I feel about it and stuff like that. Talk about all the loose ends and stuff like that. And then also I could probably make a video talking about Nostradamus, because we gotta talk about that, because that's definitely the main thing we're leaning towards. Because now we thought it was FAMINE that we were the main villain of, but now we know that FAMINE is basically trying to save the world from the prophecy of Nostradamus, where all the devils basically like take over the world. It's definitely giving Jujutsu Kaisen vibes, because that's basically what happened with Jujutsu Kaisen with the whole like the Age of Curses type thing, and them trying to stop the Age of Curses and everything like that. That's what it feels like right now. It's just so funny, like, because I'm off topic again before the video. It's like there's just so many similarities between Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen, especially with devils and curses, that I'd read both of them, I'm caught up on both of them, and just like I'd be noticing it. But thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a like, subscribe to see more content like this, and hit that bell post consistently. And definitely stay tuned for more Chainsaw Man content, because there's just so much stuff happening. Definitely I'm gonna be uploading some videos in between the next chapter. But that was the end of the Falling Devil arc, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Peace.